Alright folks, I'm out today for a short period of time. Got my first coin signal. It's a 1957 nickel. But my goal today is to find my 100th silver. So it's kind of crazy. I'm going to a place where I've hunted a zillion times. So the likelihood of finding anything is very small. But still, I just didn't have much time and I wanted to get out, and I'll keep you appraised of what's happening. So far I've only found a pull tab beaver tail and a deep nail. So I'll let you know if I find anything good. Well, it turns out there was a 56 in the same hole with the 57. All right. It's been a while, but I found another old coin. It's a 1930 wheat penny. It's only about an inch down. Alright, I've got a mildly deep 1645, 1646, 1246, 1244 signal right here. So let's see what we have. Alright, it's a clad dime. Not unexpected, but disappointing. Alright, my next finds are this nickel, 1971. I had a 1312 classic nickel signal. I also found a 1015 that turned out to be a ring, and a 1018 that turned out to be a pull tab. Alright, my most recent finds are a 1940 Jefferson nickel, and I have 1993 or 96 dog tag that came out at a 1247, 1246, which is heartbreakingly like a silver coin, but it's still pretty neat. Good morning folks. Today I'm looking for silver 100. I'm on 99. Unfortunately it's frozen. It's probably -5 centigrade, somewhere in the 20s Fahrenheit, and all the ground is frozen. So it brings me to the woods. Now I've never found a silver in the woods, but I'm hoping today might be different and break me into the Century Club. Well, if not, I'll have fun looking. So I'll keep you up to date with what happens. Alright, my first find is a pocket knife, an old rusty pocket knife. There's a bit of copper something on it there. You can tell by the green verdigris. And I picked this place, one, because I found a 1878 Indian head here once, but also this whole area used to probably be clear cut. And there's a really nice view, so I can imagine people sitting here having picnics or whatnot. It's not far from population centers, so it would have been a nice place for a picnic with a view, and hopefully a good place to drop some coins. Alright folks, I found my first coin-like find anyway. It's a Super Games token. It was about ½ an inch down. I also found a shell, and that's about it. A rusty square nail. So I'll keep on hunting. Okay, silver 100 was not found. However, I had a good time. I'm about to go in, and I might come out later. We'll see. Alright, I'm back out. I went back in and warmed up for a while, a couple hours. Then I watched Coop find some gold rings, and I thought to myself, you know, I could be out there looking for more gold rings and going to the park that I normally hunt at and never look for gold. So why not? So I'm out here with the etrac and singing the Eula song in my head, and I got an 1118. It looks like I have a gold ring here. It's all twisted. It looks like a twisted gold ring, and I'll check it out and let you know if it is or not. Alright, after not having too much luck in the woods yesterday, I came over to this park. Some nice old trees. This park is on a 1940s map. Before that it was a state of kind of a famous industrialist of the 19th century. And here I'm with my etrac and the SEF coil, and I think I have some silver. And this silver is special because it's number 100 of the year. And it's a Merc. Oh man, very nice. This was also the park where I hunted the first time this year, the first time with my etrac. So this is kind of a momentous occasion. That's a 1943. Alright. Alright, this is this year's jewelry pile. Here's a gold pin. So I guess here's the gold. Let's see. These are the gold pieces found with the metal detector. I found a couple. I threw in a piece of gold here that I found by eye. It's a gold chain. A bunch of silver rings. Some fake rings. There's a gold, the gold shell ring, I guess is what they call it. Here's a ring I just found. There's my, someone called this a Harry Potter ring. I like that. The rest of this is all silver. Some cool rings, nice big ones. Bracelet. This one's massive. Alright, so that's the silver, the bling. So I'm going to start with this table here. You can see that I have a clad for 2009 totals, 2010 totals, $126 last year, $230 this year. 1,800 coins last year, 3,400 this year. So you can see I did a full year this year. Last year I started in April. 176, 361 wheats, and then silver 28, and then yay, 100. Alright. So some of the coins and things I found, here are the V nickels this year. Several of them. And then here's the buffaloes. There's a special buffalo. I'll show you a picture of that later. Here are the buffaloes. Okay, those are the buffalo nickels. Here are the 2-cent pieces I found, which are really a lot of fun to find. I got that Grand Army of the Republic medal, 1894, and then here's a Canadian Bank of Montreal penny from 1844, a half-penny. Here's some cool relics I found. Here's a musket ball. Here's 2 3-ringers. And here's a lead bar that's been partially used. They use these to melt, make bullets like this. And let's see, transportation tokens. I found a bunch of the Pittsburgh transportation tokens. Here's an older style one. And then I found 2 of these Niagara Frontier ones up in the Buffalo region. And I've got a whole bunch of dog tags from hunting in parks. Some old tokens and buttons. Only 1 marble this year. Some fake money. And I think this piece of fake money is old. 1, because it's lead. It's lead, and it has lead oxide on it. And then 2, it has a V cut into it in the shape of a V nickel. And I'll show you that. You might be able to just catch the one line of the V right there. But I can show that later. That's a pretty neat find. A bunch of tokens, some Chuck E. Cheese's, an Australian penny. Some old tokens. These tokens are cool. They're the Celluloid Starch Company from Connecticut, 1890s. I found 2 of those this year. I found a cool Carnegie Steel Company token. Loss of this token should be reported to the Time Department immediately, or else you'll get fined 50 cents. And I found this sports medal. Some poor kid lost it after running. Let's see, a couple more of those Pittsburgh tokens. That cool button is a wheat penny. Alright, that's about it. And I'll show you the good stuff. Alright, I forgot to mention here the Indian heads for this year. Not goes forever, but still not too bad for this year. Alright, so here are the rosies. Alright, there's that one, only one. Here's the war nickels. Alright. And over here are the mercs. except for a couple. We've got silver number 1 of the year, which is a Rosie, found on my lawn. Silver 50, Merc, and silver 100, which is also a Merc. 1942 and 1943. Here are the Barber dimes. It's 1914, 1913, another 1913, 1911, 1909D, that's a good date. What is this one? 1908, 1907O, 1906, 1905, another 1905, it's a 1905S, and then there's my hammered one. Somebody hammered this. It's a 1897. That's my first 1800 silver. Alright, so then for quarters, we've got a mere 4 Washingtons. Hopefully there'll be more next year. We've got 3 Barbers, 1894-0, 1898, and 1900. And then probably my prize of the year, at least in my feeling, my estimation, is this 1917 Type 2 Standing Liberty. And then I've got 2 other beauties. One is a really beat 1875 cc seeded dime, and then a really nice shape, at least macroscopically, 1873 seeded dime with arrows. Hopefully you're not able to read where I found it. Alright, that's it.